Hey guys, came from 15, back at it with another video for you guys, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back with, finally, the return of My Hero Academia, the anime.
For me. It came sooner than I expected.
What are you
A little
talking?
sooner.
Sooner than you
For,
expected.
for me, it took wow, season seven's out already. Wow.
You
I
know
mean,
we had to wait like 4 or 5 weeks just for this first episode to drop because they've been doing recaps.
I thought it was going to take longer.
No,
I'll be
it's coming out in spring. Most of these animes right now are going to be coming out. Demon Slayer, I think, is coming out this weekend too. And yes, we'll be here reviewing Demon Slayer as well.
mm-hmm. And
Anyways,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you had something to say. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. What? Don't put me on the spot. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Jesus, man.
My Hero Academia is back. And I'm happy to talk about it again. Now, obviously, I'm not saying I've neglected the manga or I've stopped covering the manga. I just have been, my last manga chapter review of My Hero Academia was so long ago that I got so behind. I honestly kind of sadly view it as a way of why should I just start reviewing the chapters when, without going into spoilers, the damn series looks like it's ending in like maybe a month or two from now. So I don't know what to say. So I don't know if I should get back to watching the manga or do a manga chapter review. But there's so much. There's been so much that's been happening with the manga since my last manga chapter review. There's no point in maybe talking about it. I don't know. But what I'm getting out of the manga, if you know what the manga stuff is entailing, it's pretty damn cool. I'm shocked. They're on break right now because of Golden Week, really. But the anime is back. And what I think is going to be the second to last season. We'll see. I'll see how the season's going to end. Personally, if you ask me, I was hoping that this season doesn't start till really the end of the manga happens because we're literally like in the end of the story.
Mm.
But anyways, let's start off with season 7 and the cliffhanger we got left off of season 6 going into season 7, and that is Star and Stripe.
Yeah. So her backstory was that she was saved by All Might, and then she eventually became his student, and yes, and she's currently the #1 hero of America.
Yes, and she's very strong and she has a very OP ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This episode shows that. Holy cow.
Now it does have, I guess you can say, its I would say
Weaknesses.
its weaknesses or its hindrances, I guess you can say. But we'll talk about Star and Stripe versus Shigaraki fight, I guess part 1, since it looks like part 2 will be going on in next week. We start season 7 off. Deku's, I guess, finally doing laundry for the first time in like goddamn weeks or maybe not months. Because he was up there being a vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically him just talking, inner monologuing about doing all these things for the first time, and that him and his friends will save the world and get back to what it used to be. You get the opening. Outside of the, like, I guess you could say the character standstills where they're just standing there. The opening's heat. I like the song. That one intro shot where you just have Deku running through like all these fire and brimstone and dabbing up his friends doing it. That was dope. That was dope. And then clashing with Shigaraki.
Yeah. For me, the visuals are pretty top tier. The song, for me, is okay. The song is okay for me.
You'd probably just have to listen to it more before you get hooked. It's usually that thing with me if I'm not hooked on a song at first.
Yeah, maybe.
The ending was fine, I guess. It was fine. So, yeah, the opening, if you watch the opening, basically everything you see in that opening is what you're going to more than likely get in this season. But I already know, so. Good stuff. Obviously people are still upset about Studio Bones and things like that and stuff like that, and it is what it is, whatever. We start off with Shigaraki. All for one after coming back from the nice little break. My goodness. I don't know why this pop-up is happening, but all for one, this man is sitting in a cave on his chair with ugly ass Nomus around him, and he's just doing his all for one duties. He's basically talking about like, oh, it's a good thing that these jailbreakers are hiding all over the place, and they're creating all this mass chaos, and we can just play hide and seek. Yay, hide and seek. And in the meantime, he's just doing his conniving, thinking, and everything. Now, Spinner's there, and he's basically questioning all for one. He's like, wait, shouldn't we be doing anything? He's like, wasn't your main goal to like take over Japan and everything? He's like, no. That's a small term goal. We don't need to worry about that right now. And then he also makes the mention about all for one too. And he's like, all for one, or no, one for all. My bad. One for all. And he's like, yeah, one for all is a medium term goal. It's not the highest priority right now because we got who coming over here?
Star Stripe, the #1 hero of America.
Yes. Basically, he wants to claim her quirk.
I'm scared. I'll be honest, I'm scared because I watched enough anime to know that plans like that can go both ways. Either they'll fail or they'll end up getting that quirk. Oh my god, what's gonna happen to Star Stripe? OMG.
Yes, and then he also tells Spinner, he's like, listen, I want you to be the complete protector of Tomura Shigaraki, which does that mean that's a demotion for who was frick? Kurogiri? Because Kurogiri was Tomura Shigaraki's original protector because he always can transport people away. But maybe because he's captured now.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
or
Spinner,
or maybe just a temporary replacement,
Yeah, maybe. And then he's like, you need to go out and go like liberate all these heteromorphs and everything. And you kind of get this scene where you have like these like hybrid heteromorph, obviously these animal looking characters. They look at this poster and they're like, yes, we got to join the liberation with Spinner and everything. And basically you have it to where Skeptic's sending out all these messages and everything, and saying like, you need to follow these League of Villain members because they're the liberators. Even if they're not the liberators, they're still the liberators. They have a goal and they still have like Stain's ideals in mind and everything. So yes, clearly they're getting a bunch of people off the streets that are probably sick and tired of this turmoil in Japan to try to join up with them because they're like, you want to be protected? Join us, join the liberation, essentially. And obviously, it will be talked upon in a few episodes, but heteromorphs and the basically racism with them, it's interesting where they're gonna go with that. And obviously, they're gonna look at Spinner because okay, he's in this group that they don't discriminate against him. They actually are open and they actually like him and they accept him for who he is. They're not judging him because he's a lizard man and stuff and something like that. So pretty interesting storyline potentially brewing on in there.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
No, we do cut over before Star and Stripe actually gets over to the or flies over to Japan. We see her like squadron basically watching this news station. My God, talk about scary stuff right there, because you have these bad guys show up and they're like, what you doing over there? And basically he's like, I'm just reporting on the news. He's like, reporting on the news? Oh, that's funny. And they basically cut the feed. So those people are probably dead.
Yeah. That's... Well, I don't even know what to say.
So all hell is breaking loose. All hell is breaking loose. It's just a shit show over there, So I don't know if you want to be in the My Hero Academia universe anyways. It seems like a nice universe, but
I mean, obviously there's an old saying, with superpowers come supervillains. So yeah.
Yeah. Star and Stripe, she like, all right, let's go. We gotta go help my master and everything. And the Force are like, wait, won't we get in trouble for doing that? Like, isn't we have to get approval for that? And Star and Stripes like, who the fuck cares? Let's go.
Yeah.
Um, so in a weird way, she's kind of going up against her own government's orders. So that makes it even more bad if she ends up losing.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm scared. I'm scared for her.
So, anyways, we cut over to Endeavor, Best Genus, and Hawks. They're gonna get to the arrival point where Star and Stripes gonna fly in and I guess help out with this whole situation. And they get an alert to their phone, and the alert is
you take it.
Tomono Shigaraki's in the area.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you watch the episode?
Yes, shut up and move on.
Anyways, Tomono Shigaraki appears. Star and Stripes like, is this all for one? Now, what was now? Okay, what was the interesting thing that Shigaraki was wearing?
He's literally wearing All for One's clothes under that cape.
Yep, no shirtless. His hands are still effed up. No, it was like he had two of his fingers in a block and one finger was in one block. I'm like, my God, your regeneration didn't help.
Apparently not.
His hands did get effed up in season 6.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Now, the peep or her squadron are flying in like I guess these like high tech fighter jets essentially. And we see how high-tech these fighter jets are, actually. Like, they look like they got some good things. Now, one of her men, like, listen, or well, she calls them brothers, which is funny. I'm like, all right, okay. There's nothing wrong with calling your men brothers, I guess.
Brothers in arms, man. Brothers in arms.
Now, one of her brothers, quote-unquote, says, like, that's Tomono Shigaraki. That's not All for One. You know, you don't have to worry about that. So she's like, all right, I guess I got to get started on my stuff. Now, now, it's interesting. We kind of actually get an interesting little weird angle here with Shigaraki, where he's not Shigaraki. He's All for One, but he's not All for One, and he's not Shigaraki. He's like some new entity.
From what I can understand, All for One and Tomono Shigaraki are slowly but surely becoming one person.
Basically fusion.
And
it's weird because it's like, well, he has the memories of Shigaraki, and clearly we see later in this episode those memories end up starting to make him stronger because his hair starts to grow longer.
Mm-hmm.
And we see how eventually one of, like, for example, one of Star and Stripes' new orders, like, abilities didn't even stop him. And it was like probably one of the most deadliest ones where it's like, okay, he could have died in this hit, but no.
Yeah.
So and they do the inner like All for One void, and it's like All for One's like sticking and he's trying to wrap himself around Shigaraki while Shigaraki's vessel is trying to push him away.
It's so freaky. It's so freaky, man.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. Look, I know reading the manga, people are like, wait, is Shigaraki dying? Like, I'm just gonna call him Shigaraki because he's still Shigaraki, but it's like, it's weird. It's like seemingly enough, it seems like Shigaraki getting the All for One quirk is probably backfiring, and maybe he probably should have not done that because All for One is literally trying to, I guess you can say he's looking at Shigaraki's vessel like, oh, I can use this body for my own goals. I like it. And plus, it keeps him living longer.
Yeah.
And on top of it, if he has two bodies, well, Lord have mercy. He could run roughshod.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we start off the fight, and what is one of the first abilities that Star and Stripes does? Or Star and Stripe do? Or does her ability?
Basically that one where like what did she do with the air like around Shigaraki? Like it makes him like what is that move called?
Um, it's New Order, but she basically created the airspace in the area where Shigaraki was flying to cease to exist. So there's no air, so the man can't breathe. But he ends up countering it.
Yes, yes. After she did that, and all those lasers come blasting at him.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. The lasers.
Yeah, you're forgetting the lasers, man.
Yes, the lasers. Oh God.
Look, did you watch the episode? Just kidding.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Blew a hole through his chest. That would kill someone.
Yep. And the regeneration is really helping.
And the regeneration was like that fast. I don't know how we see. This is the thing. How do we take this guy out and he's got instant regeneration? It's not like he takes the hit, he sits back, and then he regenerates like Majin Buu typically would do, right? From Dragon Ball. He literally takes the attack, instantly heals. Are we gonna have to destroy this guy in like literal atoms by atoms by atoms by atoms to where there's nothing absolutely left?
Well, I mean, Prominence Burn didn't even work either, so, and you know, it's basically like an explosion, which is supposed to like eradicate him, but no, it'll take more than that.
And we'll talk about the last bit of the episode too. So she gets rid of the air. That cancels out. He cancels it out using the radio waves. The fighter jets end up dodging out the way. Obviously Star and Stripe is like, all right, let's get into action. So she gets physical. She punches this fool. Literally punches this fool down to the ground. And then she literally says, or what's the next order that she says?
Basically, okay, so what is it?
What?
Go on.
What? The next order?
Yes.
I said the next order. The next order after she hits him and then she lands on top of him.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the name of that move. I'm trying to.
It's not just a move. She just says a statement. Because her move is New Order. Basically, she says, Tomura Shigaraki, if you move, your heart will stop.
Yeah.
And that's also too. Now she can use New Order up to 2 times on 2 different objects. What's the other object she's using it on?
Water?
Herself, my friend. Herself. She's using the quirk on herself as well to make her stronger.
Let's just say there was so much happening in this episode that I lost track. Okay.
Maybe you should take some notes.
Shut up, bro. This is your channel.
Anyways, she's using New Order on her quirk to give her the strength. Basically, I wouldn't say similar to All Might, because Shigaraki ends up saying like, yeah, this is your weakness. You can impose the quirk on yourself, but it doesn't make you necessarily strong, because he ends up saying like that punch he gave her, if it had no restrictions, it would have broken his skull, basically. Now, would he have lived after that? I don't know, but
I mean, considering he lived an impalement through his guts, I'm pretty sure that he would just regenerate that also.
But the question is, could he actually regenerate like his bones?
I mean, he does have bones in the lower area too, you know. So
not really. The lower area is more like your internal organs.
Yeah, but behind that is the spine. So if you were to impale him, like, wait, didn't that impalement like go like right through his back also?
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, it should be able to regenerate his bones too, since his spine basically regenerated also. I think, unless it didn't regenerate.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, so after the moment, you have the whole moment where Shigaraki is doing his inner monologue and like, am I Tomura Shigaraki? Am I all for one? Am I Shigaraki for one?
That's that's an interesting name.
Well, his body's literally fusion with multiple personalities, and he don't know who he is. Which it was funny because a lot of people from My Hero Academia, in terms of the community, they got upset. They're like, "Wait, are they killing off my Shigaraki's like being?" Which it's like, all right. Oh yeah, and he also makes the mention like, I don't even know if I'm Tenko Shimura, which Tenko Shimura is his actual name.
Hmm.
Um, so that's kind of the thing right then and there. He ends up getting mad, thinking about it at the time about his family and all the stuff in his past, and it's happened to me in that house. Yes, the house of horrors.
The House of the Hoth. Okay.
So he gets back up. What is it? His hair grows longer. And basically he breaks down Star and Stripes' quirk, saying, like, oh, you can't do all this and everything, and you got these limits. I'll take advantage of it. So Star and Stripe hears this, and she's like, all right, fine, I don't care anymore. Let's go all out, essentially. So what does she end up doing, which is absolutely crazy?
Well, she starts forming the water into her own shape,
Well, it's not
and
water.
she. Hmm?
It's not water. She's fighting in the air.
It looks like she was lifting up some water. No, no.
No, that's the air.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, Tomoyo Shiragi doesn't even see it, but he gets that weird sensation
Yes.
that yes, and yes, she basically ordered her planes to fire lasers, and she forms it into an energy blade and strikes it down on Shigaraki.
Well, before that, she uses the air clone of her, or this air kaiju, grabs her thing, grabs Shigaraki, and literally is crushing him with her hands and holding him down in place. Go ahead. Then,
Yes, but basically what I just said, like after that, she orders her planes to fire lasers, and she forms those lasers into an energy blade and strikes it down on Tomoyo Shigaraki, literally burning him alive.
yes, basically, and she basically tells one of her fighter jets, "Hey, call literally, Admiral Akbar." Yeah, another reference from Star Wars. Admiral Akbar. Admiral Akbar.
For those who know, you know.
I remember reading this manga. I'm like, yeah, Star Wars reference is not. Listen, Horikoshi loves his Marvel and he loves his Star Wars.
Hmm. I can definitely see the inspiration.
So, and the funny part is they do cut to this guy. He literally looks like the dude from Star Wars.
Star Stripe does remind me of Captain Marvel in a way, kind of. In a way.
The
Only,
costume. Must be the costume, huh?
yeah, yeah, I can definitely see the inspiration.
It's funny. It's funny how you say Captain Marvel because everybody literally hates Captain Marvel. Well, most guys do. I don't mind Captain Marvel actually.
They can shove it up their ass for all I care.
Yeah. So you have it to where Admiral Akbar is like, all right, you know, we've already informed Japan about this. You do what you need to do, Cassie. And there's like a picture of Cassie taking a picture of All Might and everything. So we find out her name. Her name is Cassie.
Hmm.
Name. He's all simping over here. I know he's simping.
She's not bad. She's not bad. I might grow to simp for her, but not just yet. I'm not simping though. We stay focused.
Okay. I just want to know. Anyways, we have it to where we have these intercontinental ballistic missiles coming in, and that's where the episode ends off. So these missiles are coming in, and they're obviously, if you know how strong these type of missiles are, they're basically like mini nuclear bombs, essentially.
That's pretty risky if I'm being honest. If it's anything like that.
Well, Star and Stripe did say, no, this villain needs to die right now because if he ain't just a problem to Japan, he's a problem to the entire world. Which she's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, well, obviously It would be very anticlimactic if they killed Shigaraki off in the first 2 episodes of season 7 of MHA. But you think, how is this MFer going to survive this attack? He's literally getting clapped down by Star and Stripe on top of her holding a freaking laser down on him. And he's literally basically disintegrating before our eyes. And mind you, when that laser hit, oh my god. You could in the manga. I know obviously Studio Bones is not gonna get graphic.
You can see the bones?
Yeah, Studio Bones is not gonna get graphic. They're going to censor it a little bit, but I remember in the manga, this man's getting impaled by the lasers. You could see the man's skull. You can literally see his skull. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep some semblance or if they're going to go all the way dark, but knowing Studio Bones, they're probably going to censor it because, oh, it's too graphic for the kiddies. Even though I think right now My Hero Academia is not much of a kid's show anyways anymore.
Yeah.
But you have to wonder if these intercontinental ballistic missiles come in, and if they don't do anything and he regenerates from this, we got problems.
Yeah.
Because that means this man can take lasers point blank. He can take missiles point blank. What is it? What? How are we going to stop him? We saw in season 6 how OP the man is and how OP his regeneration was, because there were attacks. Like you mentioned, Prominence Burn didn't even take this guy out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Something tells me the heroes are going to have to be making sacrifices. Like Vegeta did against Majin Buu.
You think death's coming?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting theory you got there. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Anyways, that's basically it of the first episode. We'll get left off on a cliffhanger with this fight. This amazing fight. Amazing start to season 7. Amazing start. I can't wait for more. I'm so happy. My Hero Academia is back. As much as people don't. I like to rep on My Hero Academia, and they don't think it's good, but nothing's perfect.
I miss those good old days where we just watched the anime with, regardless of what other people say about it. I miss those old days.
Yeah.
Anyways, leave a like, guys.
Yes, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 7. Stuff like that. If you want me to get back to reviewing the last few chapters of My Hero Academia, even though I missed out on a lot of stuff, I'll definitely get into doing that and stuff like that. Hit the subscribe button to the channel if you want to get more One Piece My Hero Academia content going forward, and also hit the subscribe button to my co-host channel over here. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm back in
business, and I did start my newest playthrough, Stellar Blade. I'm two recordings in, and I just did the third one. And can you believe that this guy wants to watch me play Stellar Blade, and he forgot to hit the like button on the second video?
Oh, apologies.
Well, that's how I get known, dude. If you guys want to see more, hit the like button. Don't make the same mistake he did.
You can still block better.
Just hit the like button and subscribe, like he said. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yes, hit the subscribe button. And things like that. So yeah, we also seemingly, when we have time, play Outlast Trials together with my little younger brother. So yeah, so a bunch of stuff is going on. Happy things like that. Only other time you'll see him on the channel is, again, other gameplays regarding Outlast Trials, or whenever Demon Slayer episode 1 came out. Even though technically we've seen episode 1, but we're gonna have to recap ourselves because it's been a while. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day, night. Checking out the video. Peace.